As the chip speeds increase, the amount of heat dissipation increases exponentially as well. And as a result, it's driving these data centers to be able to do more computing in a smaller confined space, but it drastically impacts the amount of real estate required for the heat transfer equipment. And it's really how much power do you need to drive the computers, but then how much power and real estate do you need to cool the computers at the same time? They're trying to get chiller systems that can be used at higher ambience, so there's less water consumption. That directly drives the amount of real estate that's required to do the cooling from a dry cooler perspective. And the more cooling that's required, it's pushing the market to more industrial solutions versus commercial solutions. What you're seeing is a field of heat exchangers that are going to sit 40 foot in the air with fewer process connections that you have to plumb to, with catwalks and access platforms to maintenance them, with large industrial 16 to 32 foot fans sitting on top that's doing the cooling across the heat exchanger. Instead of having 32 fans, we're able to do that same cooling solution with 3 fans. So it's way less maintenance, there's way less downtime. On large installations and large plants, it's easier to build and more cost-effective to deploy multiple large bays than it is to build a bunch of smaller bays. There's less handling, drives less field install costs, which drives your less process piping expenses associated with it. It's allowing the data centers to be able to build larger plants, which means it's less overall redundancy that they need from a facility standpoint, from an operator standpoint. They have one plant with all their equipment located in one region. It's a simpler product to maintain, and it allows them to deploy larger systems with less resources. Data centers should start considering an industrial solution somewhere around 30 megawatts. And it's not that the commercial solution can't be deployed to get to a larger megawatt capacity. It actually revolves around the impact of higher recirculation off commercial units. And so an industrial solution allows us to take that heat input into consideration and design around hot air recirculation minimization by elevating up in the air and reducing the amount of intake velocity around the perimeter so we don't get that hot air recirc.